Okay, we're gonna try another inside out shell, pineapple shell, grenade shell, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, but the idea is to essentially glue the stars to the outside of a salute, a powerful salute, and actually the stars will ignite first, and then the salute will detonate milliseconds afterwards and hopefully allow the stars to not blow blind, because that's the issue you have when you try to break a color shell too hard, is oftentimes your stars won't ignite. So that's the idea here, is to get a really powerful loud salute with colorful stars. This should be cool if it works. The first one went pretty well. This one I'm actually going to add titanium. As you can see there, I coated the inner walls, and the reason for that, there's two reasons. One is not really one that I'm concerned about as much, but people say that it's safer to do this in terms of sensitivity with the flash powder interacting with the titanium, and or I guess auto ignition, I'm not sure, but I mainly like to do this for the really nice shockwave effect it produces, as opposed to having titanium throughout the composition in there. Just having it outside will create like a shockwave look instead of just a big snowball. So yeah. Now, these, don't look too close at them because they're not very pretty. These are zinc stars, and I chose to use those because zinc is very heavy, and my thoughts are the heavier the star, the farther it's gonna go. And it's also slow burning too, so hopefully we get a really big break. Now, zinc stars are a little bit hard to ignite, so I thought that'd be perfect for this shell because it's gonna have so much time for the fire to light all those stars and creep around the shell to the quick fuse that I thought this would synergize pretty good. I mean, I guess you wouldn't see this type of effect very often, huh? If we look really close at these, you can see they cracked. We got some deep fissures in these stars here, but they're really strong though. I put a lot of binder in there to withstand the break, but I'm not too concerned about these cracks. It's only really one major crack on one side. I'm not sure what the cause is. Maybe some of you guys know. Leave a comment if you do. But I'm not concerned about this because I'm just gonna fill these with hot glue and slap them on the outside of the shell, so I don't think it'll be a problem. But yeah, let's get this thing put together, man. So these are 2-inch shells apparently, but much smaller without all that gum tape on them. Drill the hole for our fuse. We got ourselves some quick fuse. Burns very fast. Now, what I like to do is encase it in tape. Unfortunately, I ran out of brown tape, which is it's a sin not to use brown tape if you're into fireworking. But I go ahead and just make a really nice. It's imperative to get this as tight as you can. Maybe not so much with quick fuse, but with regular fuse if you're encasing it in tape. But this will allow the fire to bypass the flash powder and actually ignite the flash powder in the center of the shell. Ooh, that's pretty tight. There we go. Get rid of some of that. Okay, oh, there's my brown tape. Ah, man. That sucks. I won't redo it just for that, but I'll have to buy some more brown tape. Indian flash. The good stuff. We're gonna... You know what? I haven't made too many of these types of shells yet, but let's see if we can streamline our process a little bit more. So I'm going to zero out the weight of this, and I'm going to try to roughly get an estimate on how much flash powder I need to put into a baggie right there. Now I'm using this tissue paper here. This is irrelevant. The fire can pass right through it really easily, but I'm gonna put the flash powder in a baggie so that none of these titanium flecks are allowed to integrate into the flash powder itself, like fall off and get in there, because that'll completely ruin the purpose of doing this, you know, having those stray sparks in the center. No, we want a nice shockwave. So doing this will allow the flash powder to remain titanium free. So let's try doing this. I am going to fill up this Hemi just loosely with flash powder. And we'll just say, there's really no point in getting exact on this, because that fuse is going to take up volume anyway, but it's looking to be 27.7 grams of flash that we need to put into this baggie here. And I think what I'm going to do is actually, let's see here, find something. It's a little too deep, but whatever. Okay, so 27.7 is what we need, and I'll get my handy dandy spoon. Where's the spoon? I found the spoon. It was hiding under the flash powder. So yeah, we're gonna fill this up to 27.7. Oh yes, this will be very loud. I love making salutes because they're so much easier than conventional color shells, which is pretty cool for this idea because essentially it's just a salute with stars glued to the outside. So I like the sound of that. I hope this works so that I can just keep doing that and not having to gum tape a shell and all that. Okay, this is some good string right here. That brown string over there is not really good, which is pretty bad because brown things are supposed to be better in fireworking. But now, if you don't know how to do a clove hitch, I'm being like really like a masochist right now, but you just got to, man. So you take your finger and you take your string, you wrap it around this other side here, and then that V in the middle, that's where you're going to take the end of your string and go up with it, and this is the hardest part, just grabbing that frickin' thing. And there you go, there's your clove hitch, your stereotypical fireworking knot that you must use. You cannot use any other knot. This is a very strong knot, but what I like to do is tighten it really nice, and then I'll go around with just a standard knot. Yeah, there you go. And then tidy it up and eliminate some of this string. There you go. Look at that, man. It's very nice. I think this will fit in here very good, which will be nice because this is a pretty easy method. So I'll go ahead and tidy this part up too. And you know what? Sometimes I just like to cap this off with hot glue a little bit here. There we go. Don't want any leaks. Okay, and this is what I've been doing for this part. We gotta get that fuse in this baggie. So what I do is, see if I can do this with the camera. I take some kind of sharp instrument like this pencil here, and I just make a little tiny hole, just like that. Just like that. And then what I do is something very magical here. Oh jeez. Oh god. Oh Jesus. Oh, it's all going to hell. Ooh, I don't have much glue in there. Let's reloadify another glue stick. Okay. I make a little donut ring around this hole here. I gotta stop using my YouTube voice, it's really annoying. I make a little donut ring, and then sometimes I go up here and put some glue here on the pacifier thingy, spoolette, and then all you do is you carefully put this in here without getting glue on the black powder that is inside the fuse. And I just twist it around a little bit. I hope I got that on camera. Okay, so that should be sealed up very nicely, and hopefully no flash powder leaks out, which would be cool. So, and we need to seal up the shell like this, so I'm going to go ahead and put some hot glue around the spoolette. Cool. Now we just hope that we can get this Hemi on all the way so that we don't have an Easter egg. Sometimes I like to use super glue because hot glue dries pretty fast, at least this low temp hot glue. But we'll just try to be really fast here. And I try to, usually Hemis have kind of an ovular shape to them, so I try to match it up. Like so. But yes, this is seemingly turning out pretty well, I would say. It's not really necessary to weld this thing together with the force of a million suns, because, I mean, flash powder is so strong that you really don't need confinement to make a powerful explosion and get those stars flying. But I think I'll put another bead around and then tape it off. That's all there is to it. Really easy. From there, you just put your heading there on your rocket. But that is not what we're going to do. We are going to break the rules and put it on upside down. And glue the stars to the outside. Now, I drew this little template on here because I think it might work best if I put them on around the epicenter there, so that maybe the fire can get through a little easier as opposed to just putting it on like this, blocking the pass fire. See, I don't think that would be good. But we'll find the side with the crack and we'll just glue her on. Oh man, that'd be so funny if this works out really well and firework manufacturing companies start doing it. Okay, so we'll just do that all over. Do you ever just stand back and think, what am I doing? Oh, look at this monstrosity. So, of course, I ran out of the zinc stars, so I put a ring of red, orange NX stars. So I think that'll contrast pretty well with that turquoise color. Now, how was that for a thumbnail? So here's the bottom of the shell that will mount to the top of the rocket. And here is the top, and you can see actually there's that quick fuse peeking around the corner there. So I'm gonna put this on a rocket. Oh man, if this thing works, it is gonna be a miracle. I don't even know how this thing's staying on. Oh, that's sketchy. Tin foil. I wrapped it in tin foil for two reasons. One, to protect my face when I'm lighting this thing. We wouldn't want this to go off prematurely. And two, it's going to sort of act like quick match in a way where this is going to sort of inflate and the gases are going to accelerate and creep around this to that quick fuse up there very fast, and hopefully we have good continuity on all these stars igniting just before that powerful salute goes off. You know, this is actually kind of like a super crossette in a way. Well, it's raining, so I do believe this thing is waterproof. That just adds to our percent chance that this succeeds. 2 increments of red flare delay if it makes it that far. Whoa, dude. Oh, look at all those zinc stars. Good thing it's raining right now. Well, that performed a little bit different than I expected. Well, it actually went better than I thought. So, these are the zinc. This is the zinc star formula I used in case you want to create an airstrike on your lawn. This is my own formula, just some random thing I threw together. Interestingly enough, though, it kind of acted like titanium. Like a titanium tail or something to it. I don't think this idea is really suited for small shells anyway. I think this idea is going to work better with large salutes in comparison to the size of the stars. So I think what I'm going to do is for the next test, I'm going to use those same sized stars, but on this 3-inch, on a 3-inch salute like this here. And we're definitely going to put it on a 1-pounder because, well, the one we just tested barely got up there, so. Also, now I can kind of account for the delay of the stars igniting. It was actually a pretty long delay, so maybe that'll give me a rough estimate of the timing so that we don't have a break coming down from apogee like we just had there, and in the prior one too. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and will join me for my next one. Again, this was a 2-inch salute color shell, and next time I'm going to try a 3-inch, which should be significantly better, and I'm going to choose more appealing stars, I think. Alright, see ya.